500 right after this. You think I'm playing? Yeah, that's me? Oh, yeah. You know I like red. That's why I fucks with you. Hey, listen, that's why I fucks with you. I knew I liked you. You getting money too.
Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of it. Fly guy.
I see. It was too much for me. Shit's is mad, bro.
Yeah, OD.
Everything I get is free. Niggas gave me this.
I need a new pair of workout joints.
That's what I wear, bro. I don't buy clothes.
You don't need to.
No.
You don't need to.
There's nowhere to go. I ain't going nowhere.
You spend, what, 80% of your time here? Yeah. You good? All right.
Okay,
All right.
This is right
This is how I always sit.
All right,
so
you left over right.
You good?
That's how men supposed to do it, right over left?
I
don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. All right,
you can sit like this if you want. It's up to you, bro. Get comfortable. I'm gonna be like this though. I'm trying to hide my arms.
I gotta hold it like this though, or can I talk like right here?
Yeah, the closer the better.
All right.
Yeah, we got to get all this, no edit.
Yo, chill. This boy definitely. We not throwing that on.
So I'll go. I'll start. I'll do a quick intro, introduce you, and we'll jump right into it. So let me get these keys because I'm gonna slap my hand a lot. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Handcrafted. I'm your host Cam, aka Coolest Kid Out. For those of you who are first joining us for the first time, those of you who have been here before, quick description of what Handcrafted is. These are inspirational, informational conversations that I want to have with my friends about not only how they built their craft and came to be, great business owners, creators, executives, but getting really into the sauce and behind the scenes of what makes them as people. And today I have the pleasure of sitting with one of my good friends, my brother, man.
I appreciate you.
The fitness guru, Mr. I'm Built Different.
Definitely built different.
Brother Jerry Housey of Stronghouse Fitness. What's up, brother?
Thank you, brother, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, man, I've been watching you for some time,
yes,
man.
Sir.
We went to school together, man. Been to all your parties and stuff like that.
All the house parties,
and trying to get into the Henny Palooza, trying to get into them, and shit. Now we sitting here in Stronghouse Fitness, man.
Now we're sitting here in your gym.
Yes, man.
In the
Blessings.
middle of Hollywood, 100% black owned.
100%.
100% owned by you, a black man.
Yes.
In the middle of LA proper, between Hollywood and West Hollywood.
Yeah, it's like West Hollywood.
Yeah.
West Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're thriving, brother. And like I said, you've always had great energy with me, and the fact that we're able to sit here in your gym and do this, it just shows, elevation. We both come a long way.
Yes.
So to get to this point. So we'll start, actually, we both come a long way, but for you, we all start somewhere, right?
Yes.
And I like to always start out with the question of, where were you when you were 7 years old? And the reason I ask that question is because when you're 7, right, you're not already jaded. You're not a teenager yet. You're not you don't have a ton of crazy responsibility, but you kind of know what the world is like around you, right? Like you have your relationship with siblings, with your parents, you're in school. So, you know what I'm saying? You know cats on your block, kids in your building. So you kind of have a sense of what the world is. So take me back to Jerry at 7 years old. Where are you? What are you into? What aren't you into? And what's kind of the environment like around you?
At 7 years old, that was, I guess, 1995.
Okay.
There we go, 1995. At 7 years old, I was basically being molded to be in charge of a household.
Wow. Okay.
At 7, I was basically, my father told us, he told me, because he knew he was coming of age. He was like, you're the man of the house. And so I had four brothers and sisters underneath me. Mm-hmm. So I basically watched them, led by example. Yep. Did all the extra stuff, say my parents left the house, I had to watch them, so they left a little 7-year-old kid in the house. I'm not saying you should do that, but that was something that was, when you're from the Bronx, High Bridge, represent, Where you from? Where I'm from, that stuff happens.
Right.
And so, because parents, I know my parents couldn't afford no babysitter
Right.
or no daycare, so
Right.
we made it work.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I was doing that. Probably I was into school, parents sent us to school, so
Yeah.
definitely was into school. Running around my friends, my building, 1380, and just trying to find my way, man.
Yeah.
Just, I hear what you're saying. At the age of trying to figure out at 7, you think that you're able to, how would you say? You think you can navigate or
Yep.
whatever. That happened a little later for me.
Gotcha.
For me, it happened a little later.
Okay.
I just saw I had so much stuff that was going on around me. I didn't really think about the world. I just thought about, okay, I got brothers and sisters I got to watch out for. I got school, and I'm trying to help my parents make money in the household.
Yeah.
So I also used to be, 125th and 7th Ave,
Yep.
that? Like
Yep.
Apollo or stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yep.
So my mother was a street vendor there.
Okay.
Right. So if you ever walked the streets, it's a good chance you probably
It's a
saw
mom.
me.
So I
right?
probably met your mom. Well,
You probably met my mom's. Oh, you met me.
Yeah.
Just at a young age.
Yeah.
I was small, and we were selling T-shirts, man, hats, coffee mugs, Mother Days T-shirts, and Valentine's, any type of holiday or any type of artwork or
Yeah.
whatever that can sell.
Yeah.
She was like helping us or teaching us how to sell it at that age. So I was walking around selling things and actually talking to people and not being afraid to. So
Right.
I'm kind of like that now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not afraid to talk to anybody. I'm
Yeah.
just, you see how I am. I'm a people's person. And so I guess me doing that at an early age kind of molded me to where I'm at right now.
So you're being molded at a very young age, and what it sounds like to me is as a child, you're learning responsibility,
A lot of responsibility.
and to the point that you're being told by your father that you have to take care of the household, like you're the man of the house, or you're the soon-to-be man of the house.
Yes.
So you're learning all this responsibility, but you're still a kid. So is there anything that you're allowed to maybe even enjoy as a kid? Are there things that are fun for you, like even like with your friends? Are there things that you say you're running around? Are you into sports? Are you into any kind of like after school activities? Like,
Well, our fun back in the day was just running in the building, probably doing some bad stuff.
Yep.
Banging on people's doors and
Right.
stuff like that. What was it called?
Little
House party?
manhunt?
What
Yeah.
they was called a house party. You
Yeah.
kick the door
Yep.
and just run and just run. We were doing stupid stuff like that,
Got it.
man. But at that age, let me see what else I was doing. I don't know, bro. It was, how would you say this? I found it at that age. I found it was very fun for me to go around and just be a kid,
just be Jerry?
just be Jerry. But at the same time, like I had a lot of responsibility, like you said, right? And I think that happens for a lot of I know people in my neighborhood, a lot of African Americans, where you're forced to grow up early, right? And be the man of the house. Some people, I was blessed to have 2 parents in my household, right? So I know that don't come often. So, but my father was very old school. You earn your stripes in this household. So he was a disciplinary, and he told us the rules. It was definitely rules. So it's, as far as like growing up, like it was at that age, it was fun, but at the same time, it was a lot of work. And I realized I did a lot of dumb stuff, man, that I look back at now, like, wow, I did that. But I was hanging around with my friends. We did a lot of baseball. Baseball. That was my first love. Yep. And then we went to basketball. I thought I was gonna be the next Shaq because I was literally taller than all my friends. And then for some reason I got to high school. I just stopped growing.
You plateaued.
Yeah, that's 6 foot. Most people think I'm 5'8", but I'm like 6 1/4. So give me my quarter of an inch.
Yeah, we stand up. You can clear 6.
But for some, it's funny because the clients that I meet online or people that I meet that's online, they say, "Wow,
you're taller than that."
I thought you was like 5'8". I said, "Do I look like I?" No offense to the people that's in the 5s, but I keep my 6
Carry
inches.
height.
Keep my 6 inches, bro. 6 feet. I mean, 6 feet. Not 6 inches. 6 feet. So,
so again, a lot of responsibility, and you saying you had to You're the older sibling. So
No, so I have two older sisters,
you
right?
have two older sisters.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're like a Brady bunch. So there's like 7 of us, right?
Got you.
So I have an older sister named, don't laugh at these names either. My parents did the best they could. So I have a sister named Perry, right?
Okay.
Then I have a sister named Jerry.
Okay.
Right? And then I'm Jerry.
Okay.
Right? We named after my father.
Got it.
And then I have a sister named Cherry. And then I have another sister named Ada, a brother named Jag, and another brother named Dante Evans that you know.
Yep,
He be
yep,
here.
Dante.
So that's the bunch.
So
that's the
you
bunch
got
right there.
Perry, two Jerrys,
Cherry,
Cherry, Ada,
Ada,
Jag, and Dante.
Dante, and I have family outside of my immediate family as well. So
Got you. Okay, so that's a huge family.
it's a bunch of us. It's 7 in the house, and I think my father had like 4 outside
Okay.
like, before the marriage and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
So how's the house? Like, how is it? Are you you're in an apartment? Clearly,
Yeah,
so
and growing up in that is dysfunction. It's a
Yeah.
lot of arguments, fights.
Yeah.
It's not enough space.
Yeah.
Like, we in an 800 square foot apartment with 9 people.
right.
It's not enough room to do anything.
Right.
So it's like we fighting over TV. We fighting over the couch. Like, who gonna sleep on the couch today? Like,
Yep.
fighting over the floor. Like, nah, this is my part of the
Yep.
floor I'm sleeping on.
Yep.
Like, it's a bunch of like arguments
Yeah.
and dysfunctions in a household. So.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
So I try to live stress-free now because you grew
More
up in
space.
that, like 16, 17 years of that.
Yeah.
That can like, stress can like drain you. Stress can like, stress, man, it can, like you see how people killing
Yeah.
themselves nowadays,
Yeah.
man. And that's why like, I really watch the energy, bro. I'm around, I'm a positive person. The energy that I keep in the facility here,
Yep.
it's always positive.
Yep.
Like, you know, when the gym was open, we had people coming in, man, and people say, you know, I feel like I'm at home.
Right.
And that's the energy that we want to always
Right.
keep. And that's something totally different that I was raised up on. You know, they told about family, but it was not. My mother was the hustler.
Right.
Even though my father hustled at the beginning,
Right.
my mother was the hustler, but my father stayed in the home and kept us in order.
Make sure that y'all
and
were
I
doing what
understood
y'all
why
needed
he did what he did. He
Yeah.
did a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know, that's just how I growing up in poverty.
Yeah.
When you got so many kids and you're trying to control everybody, so you got to make order. And so there's a lot of like ass whippings, you know, some uncalled for,
Yeah.
but some was needed.
Yeah.
But that's life, and you realize you're not going to always get what you want.
Right.
So I learned from that.
So yeah, so that's super humbling to grow up like that, where you kind of have to fight for everything, and you have to
Yeah.
share everything. Like, space is limited. So what does that do to you as you're growing up through your teens? Like, you got to go to high school, right? So then, like, I'm sure at some point to you, you're starting to think of what your life is going to be like outside of the house, and like when you're starting to like move and become a man into the world. So like, what was that like for you, even like in high school, like just figuring out like kind of what you wanted to do, where you wanted to go, things like that?
So like it's crazy for me because like when I was growing up, I didn't really have a purpose, right? I'm just living and doing stupid things, right? Getting in trouble, but thank God I've never been arrested, right? So I grew up thinking that, you know, I made this comment before, but I grew up like kind of hate being black. And the reason why, because, you know, in my community, all I saw was drug dealers, people getting shot. And then even what you see on television, right, is the way they portray us, right? They portray us, you know, criminals, no good, or you never see anybody in highlights. The only people you probably see like Diddy, Jay-Z. You'll see those guys, but
High
you
profile.
start to think that like those are just 1 out of a million. So
Right.
you don't even think that far.
Yeah.
So I kind of grew up like just hating everything that was around me, and you know, and me actually going to high school, and I met one of my best friends, man, this guy named Lawrence. I met him, and he was the first person that I saw like positivity from, as far as like he was getting interviewed by like cameras, like it was Bronx 12. I was like, yo, that sounds dope.
Yep.
Like I'd rather be interviewed and being celebrated than being harassed by the police,
Right.
or being shot at, or
Right.
whatever stuff that was going on
Right.
when we was like in the Bronx, because it can be crazy.
Yeah.
So me going to high school, seeing him, and like him like kind of bringing me under his wing because he was a senior and I was a sophomore. So it's like he didn't have to do that. So he was the first person that started the transformation in my mind from going from like, okay, being another statistic, then you know what, we can actually do something with this, right? And I was blessed, man, that, you know, I played sports my whole entire life. And then I had, growing up in the block, you know, if you're a big kid, the guys are like, yo, go play football, son. And I'm like, yo, what's football? Because I only know baseball. Basketball. You might know what soccer is because you see it. But football, I didn't even really understand the terminologies and stuff like that. And as soon as I got to school, man, the coaches took me in, man. They became like my parents. And it's because I was around them more than I was around my parents. And so they kind of taught me the discipline and stuff like that. Like, when we got in trouble, my parents gave them permission to hit me. So I've been hit before by my coaches and have to sit there and just take that. There's nothing cool about that, getting hit in your chest and stuff 100%. Like that. Or making you hang from, you know, we're not even going to get into that. Because
I know what y'all was doing in the 90s and 2000 high school football players.
Football was a little different.
Yeah, it was different.
Now they're not doing that.
Different.
I'm not even going to say what high school that was. But I love y'all, my babies. That's my team.
So you start to get into sports, and you're starting to see just different aspects of life, and you're starting to see some positivity.
You start to be around different type of people.
Right? You're starting to experience different people.
I started to be around different type of people that actually thought the way I thought and want more. And not was just like satisfied and like their surroundings and stuff like that. So being around that energy, going back to the energy, being around that, it motivates you. Like, so you know what, I want more. And then me being able to excel in football, I got a full scholarship to University of Buffalo. I never thought about college. I don't have a friend that I grew up with that I can remember that graduated from college. Bro. And that sounds crazy. A lot of people grew up in situations where they go from high school to college and they got their PhD all together. No, I don't have that. And so like it's kind of like alarming. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, so I can like show my friends like, yo, you can actually make something out of your life. And I've been really pushing that, bro, pushing the entrepreneur. Like, you have to be an entrepreneur in this world because I think the 9-to-5 jobs are, to be honest with you, are bullshit, bro. And I think they look at all of us like numbers. And so I know that kind of just threw it off a little bit.
You didn't throw me off at all.
But it throws you off a little bit, man. And because they talk to you, well, at least for me, I've been in a situation, but I've been talked to crazy. And I just got to sit there and bite my tongue. I'm like, this is not how, like, this is not how life should be. So I'm at a full ride at Buffalo, and now I'm get to see and interact with all different type of people. Now this is my first time interacting with white people, to be honest with you, and I'm like, oh, y'all cool. Like, so it's not like, you know, what they tell you in the hood or stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so these are actually normal people that I can have real conversations with. So now I'm around all different type of people, and now I'm around other people that look just like me that have the same mindset, that want to do more in life. So being around that was like everything for me. And so, and that kind of still drives me today. It's just always keeping people that's going to motivate you and push you to a higher power.
So you go from the Bronx, High Bridge, you get to Buffalo, which is small town, upstate New York, college town. And you get around these people from just all different walks of life, right? Because for I always tell people this, for as small as Buffalo is, you get a lot of culture that kind of intersects through there. From just
it's a big international school.
Yeah, it's a big international place. So like you get there, what was your first moment where it kicked in of like, wow, this is really different from anything that I've ever seen?
The classrooms.
So
being in the lecture halls with 700 people, I'm like, okay, this is a lot. Seeing that, being in the dorm rooms, like that was new to me. Being dorm room right next to females, and I was right next to the women's bathroom, which was crazy. I don't know why would they do that. That was crazy, but everything else, I would say everything else that my high school coaches kind of prepared me for.
Yeah.
As far as like the football aspect, they prepared me for everything when it came to that.
So when you get there, it's a Division I program.
Yes.
So people who haven't played sports, who don't know, there's different levels of sport, right?
Yes.
So like you go from high school, say you go to a D3, competition slightly different.
They're not really giving scholarships.
Yeah, they're not giving even at D2, right? Like D2, you got some dogs, you got some killers at D2.
There's dogs everywhere though.
Yeah.
If you find them, there's places you can find dogs at. They
But
definitely some
at the
talent
D1
everywhere.
level,
You're supposed to have more
almost
dogs.
everybody's a dog.
Allegedly.
Everybody's a
yes,
dog.
everybody's not
so
that,
you get there, and this is at the time where the football program is actually starting to come up and climb on the rise.
We actually won the championship.
You guys won the MAC
08.
championship.
Yes, in 08. You know, I would like to say my class, 07 class, had a big part in that. In winning that championship, because we had a lot of starters that was on the field that was playing. So
and so what was that like, being a part of kind of resurrecting a program in a sense of like bringing a program to prominence that isn't really known for those things?
It's fun because like, you got like Buffalo is such a small city and it's a sports city.
Yep.
So like if you got a team that's doing good, they're gonna jump in and rally behind it. And I ain't gonna hold you, I felt like I was the man there.
Yeah.
Like when we was winning, like you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I was getting pulled over, doing stupid stuff. Saying like, hey, my coach is, Turner Gill and I'm like, you know what, this stuff actually works. Yeah. So like it was fun, but when you're losing,
it's
you
different
get
story.
tickets.
Different story.
You get the tickets.
Different story.
Yeah.
So you go through that, and so you're in school, and you play sports. You're a star on the football team, but then is there ever a point for you where you're thinking NFL?
Well, yeah, that's everybody's dream. Like, once you get there, you think of the NFL.
Yep.
Like, why you can't do something like football, especially at the D1 level,
And not think NFL.
and think NFL.
Yep.
Because you have to be passionate. Like, to play football, like, don't play it if you're not passionate, because you're gonna get hurt. Like, it's a very brutal game. So I had a lot of anger, so I wanted to get it out. So it was fun doing that.
Yeah.
But now I'm not even thinking about that. I don't,
no desire.
Listen, no desire at all. Like, my body feels amazing now. Like, I don't want to get hit. I got friends that still play, and I'm like, ice up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't think about that. So after that, man, I got into I started to do what my degree was in.
Yeah.
I got into
Which was
finance and international business.
Okay.
So I started working at Bank of America.
Word.
Yeah, I worked in the Guestville joint. I think everybody worked there.
Everybody had a job there.
Yeah, I think, that was the goal. That was the goal right there. I did that for like 2.5 years, man, and they laid us off.
Okay.
The M&T Bank bought us out, and Lala, my wife, she was like, she was tired of like Buffalo already.
Yeah.
Like, she was tired of being cold.
Yeah.
Shoveling snow. You know how that stuff is. They ain't really snuffling.
Icy roads.
Yeah,
October to April.
Yeah. Well, I think it's October to probably September.
Yeah.
Shit. way Buffalo works. It's 2 seasons there.
Yeah.
So she was like, yo, I don't want to be here no more. And I was like, okay, well, I guess this was like a calling. So I said, where you want to go? She said, I want to go to LA. I'm like, nah. I know why you want to go to LA. Your friends are in LA. So I'm not about to be tagging along with you and your friends.
Right.
Like, nah, that's not happening. She was like, no, I'm going there. I said, no, let's try other places. Let's look in Tampa, right?
Yep.
Like, I got some friends, my friends in Tampa.
Your friends in Tampa.
Yeah. Let's go to Tampa. Let's go to Houston. I got friends in Houston.
Yeah.
Like, let's go to like cheaper places to live.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to go to another like expensive place. I'm from New York, where rent is already like unbearable. So like, don't go to LA and to another place where rent is crazy. The cost of living is crazy. But she hit me with the like, yo, I'm going in with or without you. So I was like, all right, you're gonna have to figure this out. I'm coming to LA.
Yeah.
And so I started reaching out to all these like big influencers with training, man. And I reached out to like about 5 or 6 of them, man. And I'm not gonna repeat their names, but I was like, yo, I work for y'all for free. It's, just mentor me. Like, I'm trying to get into this training game. Nobody reached out. Nobody reached back out. One guy reached out to me. He said, yo, come in, let's do an internship. And he was like one of the biggest, like, he trained all the athletes in LA, right?
Yep.
And so I said, okay, bro, I'm gonna come. He said, yeah, come in for 6 months, you know, we're gonna work some stuff out. I said, all right, bro. So I'm here. I got here like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He was kind of surprised to see me, kind of. I was like, bro, I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass serious,
Yeah.
bro. Like, so he bring me in. I meet all his crew. I work 6 months, bro. I'm gonna bust my ass, bro. You know what he told me? I think you need to get a job at 24-hour fitness.
Okay.
I said, okay, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I told my wife, I said, Lala, I gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
So let me go back to what I know. So I'm doing little temp jobs, I know account receivable, account payable stuff.
Yep.
Then I actually landed a job at Skechers
Okay.
in the Manhattan Beach, not selling shoes, corporate office. 'Cause
Okay.
you say Skechers, people think, yo,
You were selling
how you doing?
the double platform
What size
joints.
you need?
Yeah.
Nah.
You wasn't touching feet.
Nah, I wasn't touching the
Okay.
feet.
Okay.
Even though some of their kicks are fly though.
Yeah.
They don't sleep on Skechers. They making a lot of money, bro.
I'm sure.
I think they the second highest at the Nike.
I'm sure.
So I started doing that, man, and I was there for like 2.5 years. But me being pretty much like the only black person there, bro, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then the vibe was a little off. And I feel like they were trying to control me, man. And I used to get in trouble a lot for listening to the Breakfast Club, you know. So I'm listening to the Breakfast Club all the time. And now they monitor my computer. I'm like, okay, why are you monitoring my computer?
Yeah.
Say they brought me in the office, say you watching too much Breakfast Club. So I'm like, are you listening to anybody else listen to? So I feel like they was picking on me.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with that. I'm like, all right, now I gotta bite my tongue. Like, yes, sir. Don't get too angry because I don't want them to get upset and I lose a job. So in the midst of that, Crunch reached out to me, the one in Sunset in West Hollywood.
Okay.
They reached out to me. I was doing like little workout videos. I'm still chubby though. Like I'm 270, still doing big boy movements and
Football
stuff like
player.
that. Yeah, but I'm still
Football player.
But you know, I was doing workouts.
Yeah.
So they reached out to me and said, hey, we want you to come in and we want you to like be a trainer. I said, yo, I don't know how to be a trainer, really. I don't have my certifications and anything like that. They said, just come in. Came in, crushed it. Did the practical, they loved it. They basically hired me on the spot. So I'm like, okay. I said, how much are you offering? They said $9.50 an hour. I said, okay. $9.50 an hour. So I did the math. I'm like, that's like $20,000 a year. I don't think I can pay bills in LA like that.
Not at all.
And I'm making damn near almost like 6 figures at the Skechers.
Yep.
And I'm like this, yo, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I go back to Skechers. I go back to work. Like 2 days later, they call me in for another meeting. Say, Jerry, we tired of you on Breakfast Club. You're not listening. I'm like, yo, I'm not bothering nobody. Let me do what I do.
Yeah. Because it's not affecting your work.
It's not affecting my work.
Yeah.
And they said, the lady, she was like, yo, we're just gonna write you up. And I was like, I looked at the offer letter. I said, you know what? I quit. And she was like, what? I said, no, don't worry about writing me up. I quit.
Yeah.
And I walked out of there. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I cried. Like, cause I was like, yo, what the fuck did I just do?
Did you cry like out of fear? Was it anxiety?
Fear. That's all fear, bro.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't belong there.
Yeah.
But sometimes like you're forced into things.
Yep.
And like I felt like God put me in that position and he forced me out of it.
Yep.
Like, so I just looked at the big Skechers sign. I'm like, yo, wow. This is it. I ain't coming back here.
No turning back.
No turning back. I ain't know really the next step.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Crunch, but the 950 wasn't.
So I was gonna say, so what was the transition then? So like you get this offer from Crunch, which is not enough for you to live off of, but then you're at a job that you're not really being valued at. So you leave the job, and then what's the next move?
I leave the job. I take the Crunch job.
You take the Crunch job.
I said, fuck it.
Okay.
I take it, right? I take it, and I said, you know what? I told Lala, I said, you know what? I'm gonna build it. Let me build this. So I start interacting with the people, meeting people, becoming like a family in the gym. Everybody's saying, yo, what up, Jerry? Soon they walk in. But they wouldn't train with me because I was too heavy. I was still on my fat boy stuff. So I realized, like, yo, I have to lose weight.
Yeah.
So, like, because LA is so image driven, Nobody's gonna train with you if they don't want to look like you. So I'm like, me knowing that, I said, all right. Then seeing the other trainers that was making $30,000 a month, I'm like, okay, I gotta look like these guys, or I gotta do something similar. Like, I gotta get these guys. I'm better than these guys.
Yep.
Now that's just me competing.
Yep.
I'm better than these guys. So I'm like, all right. I did a challenge. I think it was like January. I think it was the beginning of January. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put a fat boy picture. I put my pictures online. I said, watch me transform my body in 30 days. And that forced me to actually really start to eat right, because I was a kid who worked out, but I ate whatever I want. So I realized now this is my business.
Yep.
So now I gotta tighten up everything. And the way I walk, everything is me now. So I start following a nutrition plan, did my macros, start seeing my weight drop, start seeing me look different. Everybody started reaching out to me on social media. Now people in the gym, hey, Jerry, you look good, man. Like, can I get a session with you? So I'm like, okay, this is actually working. That's all I gotta do is eat right.
Right.
So I start doing that, and then start building relationships, start picking up clients. And then when you do good by clients, they do good by you by giving referrals.
Yep.
And I was blessed enough, man. I turned that crunch that was up there on Sunset, it didn't really sell to too many African Americans. Yeah. But when I was there, we sold to a lot. Yeah. We sold to, I think I would like to say I helped change the atmosphere in that facility. Yep. And I did that for about 3 years, and I was scared to leave, even though I saw all the great trainers leave. And this might sound crazy, I was forced out of crunch too. Wow. Like, every situation that I had, that I always say, sometimes your biggest fears could be your biggest blessings. Because I was scared to leave, because it's hard to leave a situation when you're comfortable, right, and you're getting a constant paycheck.
Right. Like, and also something that you've built, that you've helped to build.
Well, I ain't helped build Crunch.
No, I mean your brand within Crunch. Like you're building your brand within Crunch.
Yes, I definitely built my brand through Crunch. That's how people start to hear about me. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to leave this place, but I know for me to succeed, I gotta move on. Because everybody I know that did well on their own, they moved on from these places. So I had to take a chance, bro. So I got let go from Crunch. Stopped working there and went private. And that was the biggest blessing, man. As soon as I walked out the door, man, I had like 5 people reached out to me and said, yo, I want to start training with you. It's crazy how many people that want to train with you but don't want to pay a membership. Yeah. So they was like, yo, I don't want to pay a membership somewhere. I'll train with you. But if we can just go somewhere, I'll just pay you directly. I said, oh, cool. Now I'm getting all the money. So, I used to charge, at Crunch, I think they was charging people like $130 a session. I was getting like $40 out of that. So now I'm able to get the $130 and keep all that. So I'm like, oh, this is where it's at. So I continue to do that and do that. But at the same time, I always had the vision of building Stronghouse Fitness. So what you see here now. So me being an independent trainer or private trainer, for 3 years, I was working at Muscle Mechanics. Most people thought that was my gym already.
That you own Muscle Mechanics?
Well, they thought that was Stronghouse Fitness. Got you. Because the way I promoted it on Stronghouse Fitness, the way I carry myself, the way I only wear my shit. Stronghouse Fitness. You see me every day. Stronghouse
Some
Fitness.
variation
I'm no
of
different.
Stronghouse.
That's it. I'm not wearing nobody else's stuff. My mother always said, you're a walking billboard. So if people want to look like me, this is what I wear. So buy what I wear too. So it's just a branding thing, marketing thing that I learned. But I did that thing at Muscle Mechanics for like 3 years, and then I had the opportunity I was saving and I had the opportunity to get this space here. And it was crazy how I landed this space, because I was looking at a smaller space. I was trying to stay within like 3,000 square feet. Right? And I wanted enough parking and stuff like that. And I saw a spot maybe like 4 or 5 blocks down the street. I walked down there, I ain't like it. And the realtor, he was like, you know what, man? It's a spot up the street. It's a big spot, but they can break it up for you. And I want you to go check it out. And I came in here and I was like, yo, I just envisioned.
As soon as you walked in, you knew it was your space.
I envisioned everything. All the designs. I had an interior designer. But all the colors and design that's all me.
Gotcha.
Like the
red, the black, the
red
white.
and black. These are all high school colors.
Gotcha.
I'm like stuck on that. That's
Yeah.
like red looks good, and especially
It
when
pops.
it pops, man.
I mean, my arms don't look like yours on the chair, but it pops. It pops.
Yo, bro, listen, we getting there.
No,
We getting there. Bro, listen, we getting there.
Week by week,
We
week by
getting
week,
there.
bro.
Listen, man, listen. We work in progress.
With that, so you have an incredible story, right? And just
Yeah, I got it's a lot to me, man.
in a
It's-
short
it's-
time of just you sharing it, like obviously I know more, with us just being friends, but your story is so crazy because you're fueled by like your competitive nature, right? Your competitive spirit, like you mentioned, like yo, I want to lose this amount of weight, so like that because you're competing,
Yeah.
but at the same time that you're like driven by competing. You're constantly like you're a marketing genius. Like you're thinking about how you're building your brand. So like you only wear Stronghouse Fitness because you're even branding another gym that you're in as Stronghouse Fitness. I want to kind of tap into your marketing brain. So like you said, you got the advice from your mom. You're a walking billboard. So when it comes to branding, for you, the training game it's oversaturated, right? Gym, and even down to gym. So like. How do you differentiate Jerry and Stronghouse Fitness from all these other brands that are out there, all these different trainers? Because not only is it oversaturated, but you're in LA where everybody's trying to look good. Everybody's trying to work out. Everybody's trying to look the same. So, but you do a very good job, even with like the clientele that you have, to people who just come in and meet you. You do a very good job of just differentiating Jerry. Like, what's your mindset when it comes to your branding and your marketing?
Well, I always want when I first meet somebody, I always want them to feel welcome to meet me, right? Because sometimes they see they say big black men because sometimes it could be intimidating, right? So I want you smile,
Yep.
I laugh and joke, like that's how I am with everybody. So I'm always trying to make somebody feel at home with me, feel like I don't walk around with an ego.
Yep.
So like. People just open up to me. I don't know. I don't know. That's like a trait. I don't know. I don't know what that comes from. But as far as the marketing aspect of like Stronghouse Fitness, man, we just promote energy, bro. And like, I gather a fucking awesome team, bro. We got like 10 trainers who are motivated.
Yep.
Because some people just want the dollar, bro. But I need people that's motivated about training, that actually want their clients to do better, that have their own stories. I like dealing with people who ex-athletes or people who transformate their body because that's what's going on right now. People coming to you to lose weight or tone up or all this other stuff.
Right.
And I want people who've been through that. So when you meet people, when you meet our trainers or you meet me or whatever, we all have a story to tell. We can relate to you in some type of feel. So I think that's the biggest part, right? Having somebody that's come off the street and they can relate to you.
Yep.
So like, I feel like I can relate to all aspects, man. People that grew up in poverty, people that's in the middle class, or people trying to go up, or people that trying to be wealthy, because I'm trying to be wealthy.
Right.
Like I said, I tell people all the time, I want $100 million, bro, and I'm not stopping until I get there. Bro.
Right.
And that's like, I'm trying to change my whole legacy. That Housey last name, I want that shit to be everywhere, bro. I want Stronghouse Fitness to be everywhere. So I want that to be like a staple, and we're gonna build that, bro. We're building that with the team we have here, because you've been around these guys, man. You working with D.
Yeah, you get me right.
You ain't looking like the same guy I seen a couple months ago. I tell you that
I would never
much.
wear this a couple months ago.
Hey, listen, man. And now you built different. So it's the slogan, man. Just for us to be powerful and confident, bro. And that's the biggest aspect, bro. I think that so many of us that we're not like confident, and we teaching that. Like even some of my most successful people I work with, bro, they have confidence issues, bro. And we building on that. Building on that. I have confidence issues, but we always working on it. I go to therapy, so I'm working on myself. As long as we always continue to work on ourselves, that's gonna be good. So that's something that we preach in here. That's some of the part of the marketing and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, we giving you results.
Right.
And so, like I tell everybody, when my clients complain, listen, I'm committed to your results, not your excuses. So next set. Like just like that. So it's like just having that mindset and being friendly and like people call me like a teddy bear, I guess. You know, the females call me a teddy bear. No guys call me teddy bear.
I've never called you a teddy
Yeah,
bear.
I didn't say that. I definitely didn't say. I didn't say you call me a teddy bear. But that's what some people call me that because they see me as this big guy, but still have a heart.
Yeah.
And that comes from me being around four sisters.
Yep.
And loving R&B, growing up on R&B, like old school R&B.
Yeah.
Like, so that's some of the part of the marketing that I do with Stronghouse Fitness, making everybody feel at home and giving you results and making it fun here.
Yeah.
Music is our music.
Yep.
It's hip hop, reggae, Afrobeat.
Yep.
What's the rest? What's the new stuff they
Trap,
got?
you know, all that,
it's all this other stuff they got going out there. We listen to all that stuff in here. So there's
Yeah.
no EDM,
Right.
none of that rock shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we moving, we having fun,
Yeah.
and we joking.
Yeah.
We having real life conversations on the floor. So I think that all that aspect, I know it's a lot, but all that makes Stronghouse Fitness.
Yeah.
So when people can come here and they can feel like they can just be at home and work out and actually meet their friends. Because when you gone for a couple of days or whatever, you walk in, what happens?
Yeah.
Where you been?
Yeah, where you been? Yeah.
Everybody's holding you accountable. You have a
Yeah.
place where everybody's holding you accountable. And that's how I live my life. My clients know, the clients that I see on a day-to-day, I'm going to hold them accountable. We're going to work out. We're going to have fun. But we got work to
We're gonna
do.
work, right? And that's such a powerful thing when you talk about building a brand, and it starts with you, right? And you do feel it. It permeates through the staff, through the trainers, and when you come in here, not only do you feel just welcome in that warmth from everybody, but you do feel that need to want to work. You know, like I've been working out for consistently, I'd say, for the last 5-6 years. And it wasn't until I started coming here that I just felt inspired to go harder. Like I'm competing. Like whereas before I go, I got to do 10 exercises and I'm gonna get up out of here. Whereas like here, it's like, no, I got to get it in every single time I come in, because like even if it's not coming from the trainers, it's coming from other people in here who are working out.
And they're going to call you out, like, yo, let's go.
Like, let's go.
Or if you be on the treadmill sometimes, I've seen this happen, people on the treadmill, they might want to go slow, but they see the person next to them busting their ass.
Yeah.
You know what, let me
step it up.
Let me
step
get
it up.
right, you know? And like one of the models here, the quote that's on the wall, it says, the pride and tradition of Stronghouse Fitness will not be entrusted to the timid or the weak. And we live by that here. If we're not here to get better, get the fuck up out of here, be honest with you, bro. Like, we here to motivate and push each other. If you're not here for that, then you don't need to be in this surrounding, because we are family. There's no egos.
Right.
No egos. That's what I have. That's the conversation I have with some people that come in. Because, you know, when the gym was open and stuff like that, we had people coming in that, you know, that was wealthy.
Yep.
And you get people wealthy, they get entitlement.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And when I give people tours here, I let them know, listen, if I don't have an ego, you're not going to come in here with an ego. And so you setting that tone in the beginning, they understand, like, all right, cool. Then when they come in the next day, I'm giving them a high five.
Yep.
What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing? Having that communication, they feel like, okay, you know what? He has my best interest.
Yep.
I'm just not a drill sergeant.
Right.
What most people might think. Not a drill sergeant.
Obviously, they come in here, they hear you yelling, they think
I yell.
it's that. But
that's energy.
But and I think what you've been able to do here in such a short time, I don't want us to understate the fact that this is a black-owned gym.
Yes.
In the middle of West Hollywood area. How does that fall on you, as like when you get to sit down and the world slows down for you, whether it's at night or in the morning when you're on your way driving in, that you own a gym in an area where there aren't a lot of black-owned businesses?
You know what's so funny? I don't think about it that often, bro.
Okay.
I'm always wrapped around the next thing. I don't really like. I had maybe like 2 moments since this gym been here that I had like an aha moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because usually I'm in here. There's a bunch of people with me. Like not my staff. They're here with me, so I don't really like think about it.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit you.
So like maybe a couple months ago, maybe like 4 months ago, like I was on the turf and I was just stretching. I was looking like, wow. Just thinking about like how I grew up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have enough space for a household.
Yeah.
Now I got enough space to have maybe 40, 50 people, you know, if I want. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy with hard work and determination. Like this, you just gotta visualize it.
Right.
You know, my coach used to be like, visualize success.
Yep.
And I visualize all this, man. But this doesn't happen without like a great team.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't want people to like understand, like think that this is all me.
Right.
Like, yes, I'm like the face, but it takes a lot to build this house.
Yeah.
And I have a great team here that help me out with my day-to-day. I
Yeah.
can't do all this stuff by myself.
Yeah.
It's too much. It is too much. So I'm blessed to have the team that I have, and I'm blessed to be even in this situation in a pandemic to be able to open up a facility like this and to be able to sell out on memberships.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And seeing, it's like 3 different gyms around here already closed down. And I'm like, wow. We blessed to still be here. Like, it says a lot. And I don't know, man. I don't really think about it that often, but I know somebody's watching over
Absolutely.
me. I'm blessed, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, 'cause some of the stuff that I done when I was a kid and like to be where I'm at now, man, I'm like, wow. Because I got friends who could have done the same stuff that I've done, bro. You know, but it's a decision you make.
Exactly.
It's a certain decisions. I'm not going to be on the corner no more.
Right.
You know, you get to a certain level, you just stop doing certain things.
Right.
And I watched my friends continue to do it. I was trying to, just lead by example and also tell them, like, yo, don't do that or give them better options. Because sometimes you don't know what other options out there.
Right. You
Because
don't know what's available to you.
No, you don't.
Because you can't see outside your block.
Bro, listen, the conversations that I have in this facility, bro, with different people who are different business owners, I'm like, wow, there's so many different ways to make money.
Yep.
So many different ways to make money. I'm like, wow, if we just have this opportunity of the knowledge.
Yep.
Because that's the biggest thing.
Knowledge.
Like, we don't have the knowledge of a lot of these things. And that's the biggest thing we need, bro. It's like me being able to seeing my client, by having training my client, Bozeman at St. John, just for her. I never seen anybody like her, bro. To be honest with you,
she's a beast.
And, I don't like name drop that often, but seeing her and seeing her efforts and see how she hustle. Oh, this lady got like 20 jobs.
She's a different breed.
She's still working.
She's a different breed.
She's built different.
She's a different breed.
She's built different, bro. And I'm like, yo, she gives me confidence.
Right.
Yo, I can do whatever I want to do.
There's no
But
limit.
sometimes you need to have that person, somebody you can touch or you can see. Even having conversations with people like that, it's like, yo, wow. They motivate you on a different level. So, like, I'm always trying to keep that people like that around me.
Yeah.
People who are doing better than me, or people who are not even doing better. I don't like to say that word. Not even doing better, just doing well in life.
Yeah.
Right? There's people who are doing well, because you can learn from anybody.
Yeah.
I learned, what was like 4 days ago, I was talking to this homeless guy named Adam right there on Pico in La Cienega. And I'm sitting there talking to him for 30 minutes, and I learned so much from this. I'm like, wow. Like, it's things you can learn on your day-to-day.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
That's the thing. Like, knowledge comes from everywhere. And
it
like,
does.
If you just have to be open to receiving it. And like, you spoke about the team here and how important it is to have a team. And you have trainers who are top of the line. You have your front staff, but you also have your little brother working here.
Yeah.
Dante.
I don't want to say little brother because he's gonna be mad if you say little brother. Just say
you have your younger
brother.
You have
my
your
brother
younger brother.
Dante.
You have your brother Dante.
Yeah, he get mad with the little stuff.
Who you brought into the fold, and he's working under you. How important is that for you? Because we go back to childhood, you being the man of the house, you being a caretaker. Now you have your brother here with you. How does that feel for you?
It feels good, man. I'm blessed to have him here. We do bump heads. That's just life. But it's a blessing to have him here because, I just lost my middle brother in September. So it's me being away from home. Like, I'm from New York, Bronx, and me being over in LA, I don't get to communicate as often, right? With my family, right? So just to have him here on a day-to-day, me seeing him talking and stuff like that, I love it, man.
Yeah.
And knowing that we building something for our legacy, it's phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for anything more, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for anything more. It's I couldn't ask for anything better.
It's beautiful for me to see, just as somebody, I don't have brothers, but to see the way you guys interact, it always like brings me to how I would be if I had a brother, and just like even down to you saying y'all butting heads. That's just what family does.
Yeah, you're gonna bump heads with everybody.
Yeah. And so you rather be somebody you love and
somebody you had diapers with. I used to change his diapers.
That's crazy. But as we talk about family, right? We've been in the Bronx with you. We've been in High Bridge, 800 square foot apartment. You being the caretaker in that house. To now, you have your own family. You have your wife. You have your baby boy,
JJ,
and you're balancing now being a full-time entrepreneur, being a husband, and being a father. How do you do it?
Sacrifice. It's a lot of sacrifices that going on. My wife is phenomenal, man. She take care of baby Jay when I'll be lying saying that I spent as much time as I don't get to spend that much time with my son as I want to.
As you want to. Yep.
You know, I'm up in the morning. My wife said, don't wake him up. Let him sleep. So I'm out the house usually around like 5:30, 6. I'm out the crib. So I don't get to wake him up unless, I might have some of the weekends I might be able to wake him up.
Yep.
But I make sure that I get home before he go to sleep. I think since he was born, besides me going on vacation, I only missed one day of not seeing him.
Okay.
And that was a lot for me for some reason, man. I was like, yo, I came home, I want to fake cry. I was like, yo, I see my little man today, man. Even I just looked in his crib like, yo, he's
Make
still
sure
here. Like, I need to see he's active, He's just like me. Like me and him, like it's crazy because he has a lot of. He look like my wife a little bit, a little bit. Right?
He looks like both of y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that. Right? I'll give you that. He's me.
Sorry,
though.
Lala. He looks like both of you.
But he's me though.
He's you in personality.
He's my personality.
Okay.
Like he's nosy. He's aggressive. He running around like. All that is me, like, and it's so funny because my wife sometimes she hates some of my personality traits, but when he does it, like, I love it because I'm like, what you gonna do now?
Can't do it.
You can't do nothing. Like you just going to take this, like, because he's like he does his thing. So say me and you talking, like it'd be me and Lala talking, me on a FaceTime or something like that, and since we're not paying him no mind, he's gonna jump on, like he's gonna crawl underneath.
Yeah.
Who we talking to?
Make his presence known.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that. I would do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So knowing that he does, I'm like, yo, wow, this is dope. Like seeing my little man do this. Like, and now he's like saying his ABCs, and he's counting from 1 to like 9 on his own. I'm like, yo, he's not even 2 yet.
Yeah.
Bro, that's big for me because the way I grew up, we grew up a little different. I didn't start school till I was like 8 years old, bro.
Okay.
So, and I went to first grade at 8, right? Wow. And I got held back. Yeah. I didn't know my ABCs or anything like that, right? And this is see my son now at 2, bro. Like, not even 2, 21 months, right? At 21 months, to say it's like A to F, I'm like, he'd be like, A. I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, it makes you feel like, yo, everything I've been doing, like, this is what I'm doing this for. So it's like, it's a blessing, right? So it's a balance, right? I got to find time for the business, my son, my wife, and then I got still family back home. Yeah, they want part of me too. Yeah. My mom's like, I'm your mother, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm only one person. Yeah, it's only 24 hours in a day. Yeah. So like, I work off a calendar. Yeah, you schedule time with your family. Yeah, schedule time. I have to, bro. It's not enough time in the day, bro. It's a lot, man. But I wouldn't trade this in for the world. And my wife understands. Like, yes, I might be working late. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna wake up early in the morning. Yeah. Yes, I might not be there all the time. But you're my family, and I love you, and I'm sacrificing this. I told her, like, yo, give me like 6, 7 years. Let me build this. Yeah. And then we're gonna be all right. We're gonna chill. We can chill. Yeah. Let me build this. Yeah. And she's been doing a great job, man. She, it's a lot with him. Yeah. It's a lot with kids. Yeah. And it's like he's not the easiest kid to deal with. But he's just so much joy, bro. Yeah. So like that's the biggest thing, man. Yeah. Like, and managing all that, man, is tough. But my priorities is always like my family and business, and I keep no distractions around me.
Yeah.
So when you're doing stuff like this, you can't have distractions
At all.
No little distractions, nothing. Like when it come, nope,
Yeah.
nope. I don't got time for it because my time is so like precise to every little
It's
thing.
limited.
So it's like I got to make sure that I have everything squared up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we've been noticing as like I've had a few of these conversations now, and there's been a common thread that accompanying most of these great brothers and great black men has been the strength of a black woman. And
I am nothing without my wife.
Yeah.
Listen.
I was gonna say we need to give Lala some love.
Yo, listen, she gets all the love. Listen, you know, in my heart, there it go.
Yeah.
Lala, you love me. There it go. See, I'm singing for you, baby girl. See, on the camera, I'm singing for you. That's love.
Because it is difficult, right? Like, and life isn't meant to be done alone.
No.
And so for you coming from where you come from and coming up how you came up to where you are now, it's two different struggles almost, right? So like now
so two different sides.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now with having your son, with having your wife, what does life look like for you going forward? Because you're building this business, but at some point the business will be built. Mm-hmm. So I want to go a little further down the timeline. So like, what does a happy, successful life look like for you?
Jerry, multiple Stronghouse Fitness.
Yep.
Branching off to different investments. Definitely giving back. I want to start giving back to a lot of homeless and military. Those like two of my biggest things in my heart. And just having everybody around me successful, bro.
Yeah.
I really care about other people being successful. Like I'm really hard on my team with like, yo, we have to do this, we have to do this. Like I want all of us to win. Yeah. Cause it's not just cool for me to win. Like I don't want to be the only one to be able to take flights.
Right.
Like, yo, can we take a flight? Nah, bro, I gotta wait for my check to get it.
Yeah.
Those are whack conversations. Yeah. So I want to change that narrative.
Yep.
And so that's what we're doing, bro. Like, with the next 5 or 6 years, I see multiple Stronghouse Fitnesses, different products that's from Stronghouse Fitness, partnership deals, and just venturing off to different things, man. Who knows, man?
Just expanding,
but I'm gonna be tapping into other things too, man. Like I want to do a lot, man. I want to give back to our community. I want to talk to other kids, like. Because when I was growing up, I didn't really like being black. And I think having a face or people knowing like, yo, this kid went through these same type of struggles and having somebody they can like reach out to, bro, that's big, bro.
It's back to that relatable piece that we spoke about.
And that's where I want to be, bro. Like I always say, when I'm 40, I want to be like the Black Shark Tank. I want to be like the person that just go into these neighborhoods and give people opportunities, bro. Give them a chance to change their lives and stuff like that. I want to give back to people, bro. I want to that's what I want. I feel like that's my passion. Is changing other people's lives and letting them know, yo, you can do more. You can always do more. Like don't let your surroundings determine what kind of person you're gonna be. Because I could have gave up a long time ago. But now I got to a point where I feel like I can't stop. Right. I don't know how to stop. Right. And so it's like I gotta keep working. It's like, when you just right there, you're like, yo, you bust through that door, you see another door, like yo,
gotta get to that too.
It's a lot more I gotta do, bro. And I want to work with people. I want to even stuff like this, bro. Collabing and doing stuff like this. This is awesome, bro. Because
we need more of this.
We need more of this, bro. Strength in numbers. That really matters, bro. Strength in numbers. We need to start to get out of. We need to get out of this thing that we gotta be the top dog, or we can't work with this person, or. I don't like the way he. Listen, bro. We can work together. We can build together. And you don't always have to. I think Issa Rae said this before. When most people they get on, they try to level they reach out to people, other people, and like they try to level up or
Yep.
something like that. I think she mentioned something like that. And she said that what she did was look around.
Yeah.
Like exactly what I did.
Go across.
Go across.
Yeah,
I looked
yeah,
around.
real.
I said, I got my brother Ben. He
Yep.
was out there in Chino killing.
Yep.
I got my brother Nick. He was out there in Ladera killing.
Yep.
I said, Imani was killing in Long Beach.
Yep.
I got D. He was killing over there in Marina. I said, all these, come on.
Yeah.
I bring them all together.
Yeah.
And look at this now, man. It's a blessing, bro.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's a blessing, man. Like I got a beautiful family, got a beautiful gym. I got a community that I'm building because I'm really big on communities. 'Cause I think that's really how we're gonna like get better as us as people. Is like building communities and working together and shit dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, dominating. To be honest with you, it's dominating.
Absolutely, and that's the plan, man. To continue to build community, continue to build each other up, because we're ultimately all running a race, but we've started our race so far behind that the only way we will advance is by coming together and you know, and like we said, collabing on certain things like sharing resources, sharing information, you know, reaching that hand back down to give back and like to bring people up with us. So no, you've always done that, and you know, like I said, I commend you for that, commending you for what you've been able to build, what you're gonna build. Like I said, I think it's amazing what you've been able to do just with this gym in such a short time, and what you're going to do, I think is just like what you've done already. It just pales in comparison to what you're going to do. So I want to end by asking you.
You ended me?
No, we got time.
I think is he dead at me?
No,
I think he's dead at me, son.
We've been going for an hour.
Is it? Let me see.
We've been going for an hour.
Nah, baby. I think 58 minutes.
We've been going for an hour.
Give my 2 minutes.
Well, we gonna give you.
Give my 2
You
minutes.
can go as long as you want, because this is how we tie the story back together, right? So you've taken us through your life, and you know what touched me is you were just speaking about your son was doing his ABCs at 2. And then how you weren't able to do that at 8. So I want to go back to 7, 8-year-old Jerry. Okay. You're who you are now. You've accomplished what you've accomplished, but now you get to go back to Highbridge and sit with 7, 8-year-old Jerry. What are you telling him?
What would I tell 7 to 8-year-old Jerry? I would tell 7 to 8-year-old Jerry, be fearless.
Be fearless.
Be fearless. At that age, I was scared of a lot of things. And a lot of things that was unfamiliar to me, I was like nervous about. I would just tell myself to stay fearless. Yeah. Like, I'm really into like being fearless and like just dominate. Those are like the words, like just normal words people use, but like I really live by those things, man. And like I really think that we can do whatever we want to do. Everything that I was scared of, bro, to be honest with you, like God put me in this position to like break through that fear, and I say, wow.
What was on the other side of that was just crazy.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, like even with my son. The first time me hearing being a dad, I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm scared. Like, what? Like, I don't know. That's my wife. How this happened? Yeah. Thought we was good.
Yeah. Thought we was secure.
Yeah. So, and you know, so I was scared, bro. Yeah. I was like really nervous, man. You know, because things like that just pop up in your life that you can't control. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, all right, we doing this. But you know, as men, you don't really understand, or you don't know what it feels like to raise a kid or even know you having a kid until the baby's there. Right. Because men, we just, you know, we see the way she holding out my stomach. I'm like, you all right. Don't know what to do. Got the, you know, the body pillow, just grab that. You know, I hate those too. It's crazy. You ever seen one of them body pillows? Yes. Bro, just crazy, but they comfortable though. Yeah. But they crazy. Like it takes the whole bed. You
don't got no room.
Need it no more. Nah. Like it's
your feet off the bed or you on the floor?
Bro, listen. We had a king size though, but it's just like it's just the fact that I like, you know, I like to hold my wife.
Yeah,
you know?
hold your
Now
lady.
I'm holding more of the cushion.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like half my body. I'm like, just roll over now. Clearly, you're having more fun with this pillow than me. So, but it's you don't realize it, man. And then once I saw my son, man, it was this. It was a feeling that I'd never felt before. Bro. I just like instantly start crying, and I was like, "Yo, man, I gotta be this protector." Like it just automatically came, man. And it was just like everything I was scared of, man, just became like a smile.
Yeah.
Like so, it's a blessing, man. And kids are fun, man. At first, you don't really see the blessing.
Yeah.
All you see is the work.
Yeah.
Because I remember me like a week. Maybe I don't think a week. I think like 4 days in, bro. Me and my wife standing over the little, what's that thing?
The crib? Or the
not even the crib. Before they get in the crib.
Bassinet?
The bassinet.
Yeah.
Look at that part. We standing over them. We running around, bro. And we just looked at each other like, we took a deep breath.
Yeah.
Say, yo.
We in for something.
Yo, word.
We in for something.
Word. Like, I'm not even working now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I took 2 weeks off. Like, I'm waking up during the night with you. I'm like, I want to go back to work. Like, my work is a little more fun than this stuff. Like, crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, man, it's a blessing, but in the beginning, it's just so much work. Now that he's less dependent on me carrying him everywhere and like all that stuff. He don't want you feeding him no more. And I'm like, you know what? This is cool.
Yeah.
If I can just pop a baby out, it come right here.
Come out 21 months.
21 months, we straight. Because I don't have to do all the other stuff, bro. Like, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I give it up to all the single mothers out there or single fathers. Yo, I don't know how y'all do that.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
For real.
It's a different beast.
Bro, it's nuts, bro. And now, it makes me appreciate my parents more, right? Because you don't understand why they discipline you and all this other stuff. You don't understand the reasons why it's on nothing when you're a kid. But now when you have your own, you're like, yo, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had my father here because I would have so many questions for him. I'm like, yo, Daddy, so I was doing this. Like, I was wondering, one thing I always wondered, like, because I look at my son now, even though he's still young, I still see him as like the newborn.
Yep.
So I want to do like my mother. I asked my mother, and I'm 33, and I was like, yo, mommy, do you still look at me like a 1-year-old? And she said, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still see that. I said, wow, so
always
that's
be the
never
baby.
going to go.
No.
So I see why y'all was on. I was like, all right, you still look at us like a baby, but I'm grown, man.
Yeah. But you're always going to be the baby.
I know.
You're always going to be the baby.
I respect that. But it's a beautiful thing, man. Just to do all that, to manage that. But like at 7 years old, man, I would definitely tell myself to be fearless. It's okay to be different.
Yep.
Because I did little things different than most people, and I got crucified a little bit from it. And I kind of like lower your self-esteem. And so you're like, damn. But now you start to see like, okay, I was doing something different, and maybe they was wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to put their fears onto me.
Yeah.
Like it's
perpetuated onto you.
Yeah, it's so many different ways. So it's different ways to look at it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just blessed, man, to be here today and be at the position I'm in, to have a family, have a business, have a community, and just knowing that I'm just gonna keep going forward, and knowing I have the support of the people that I'm around, man. And it's a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
It's definitely a blessing, bro.
Well, you're a blessing. You're doing great, brother.
You think I'm a blessing?
You're a blessing.
I'm a
You
blessing.
blessed me, man. Look, I got arms that
You
Chantel
saw,
could touch on.
hold on. Let's see if you can
It's
get
like
that flex. That tricep flex. Pause it on the flex. That'll be good. Hope we pause the flex on that. Get the little horseshoe. That's it. Horseshoe. I
didn't even know what that was called till like 2 months ago.
See? Look
So
at
that's what I'm
you.
saying. A blessing.
Yo, man, listen, man. But it's gonna get spooky, bro.
Yeah.
Wait till the summertime.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm saying my next thing is abs. I'm coming for abs, bro.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you. You
Nutrition.
walking around like butt ass naked, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's that confidence, bro.
Yeah, it
like
is.
I do that in my crib. Like, look, I got mirrors.
Yeah.
Them think being used.
You going crazy?
Yeah. I look at myself, you like, yo, I don't work this hard and just to cover myself up.
100%.
You know, so like, I work at myself. Sometimes I look at the mirror, I'm like, oh, you know,
Yeah, I'm getting there.
It's working.
That's what I'm saying. You can ask
feel me?
Chantel. I've never looked in the mirror this much in my life. Boy, I be
It's
like,
gonna
I
get
think I
crazy.
see an ab. Like,
Yo.
I lay on my back,
telling
got points I never knew I had in my back.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm not saying this doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
But when it get spooky, bro,
Yeah.
she gonna start attacking you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Get
Something
that.
to look forward to.
Yo, bro, yo, you might get attacked, bro. I'm telling you, it's dangerous out here, bro. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Man, this has been great, bro. Like,
It's been awesome,
I knew
man.
this would be fun, but you're doing amazing work. Tell the people where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at on Instagram, Jerry_Housey, and then anything with Stronghouse Fitness. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, Stronghouse Fitness.
And
Simple like that.
And if you're ever in the LA area, come by Stronghouse Fitness when they open up.
Only if you built different. Let's say that again. Only if you are built different.
It's not for the weak.
Do not bring your ass in here. I hope you see the energy in my face.
My brother,
Hey.
thank you.
Oh, come on, bro. We gotta stand up. We in the house. Hold on. Yeah,
he stood me up.
You can see the whole video? Yeah, we in the house. Shit, we gotta get a picture or something, man.
We gonna get the promo picture.
Now this nigga comes. Nigga been sitting there. What my back wet? Nigga, hold up.
The lights and